So my name is Welly, and with me on the stage is Caleb. We are program managers with Dynamics. And today we're going to present Microsoft Relationship Sales, which bring the capabilities from LinkedIn, Dynamics, and Office 365 to help you to create, build, as well as nurture your customer relationship. Now today's session is mostly demos, and I will request that if you can to hold off to your questions until the very end, because I want to make sure Caleb here will get a chance to present all the demo. But before we start with our first demo, I would like to share you a quick story. I joined Microsoft from consulting. As a matter of fact, I started my career from consulting, joining Arthur Andersen straight out of college. About after a year in the consulting, I thought, hey, this gig is easy. I learned the know-how, I built the skill, and at that time the business was booming. So I thought I could do it on my own. But not quite on my own, but me and 3 other friends end up creating our own consulting company. What we found out was that creating company was easy, getting customers not so easy. Especially when you are in consulting business, if you are in service provider, you probably know this, that you're not selling a product that the customer can see or use. You're selling a promise. And the customer make a purchasing decision based on trust. Now, if you are a small startup with young guys, not long fresh from college, trust is very hard to get. And we try many things, including hiring our own salesperson to help us to do cold calling. But as you can imagine, cold calling didn't work too well. And we continued to look for customers until one day I was in my office and the phone rang. It was a call from somebody that works for Honeywell. Some of you probably know Honeywell. And he's looking for a consulting service, our consulting service. As it turns out, this guy got my name from a former client of mine when I was at Andersen. This former client of mine knew I was setting up my own consulting and decided to give my name to his business partner. And that is how I get my first customers. Now, the reason I will share this story this morning is to give you a real-life example of how powerful connections are. It may make, or lack of it, might break many business. With Microsoft Relationship Sales, we're bringing together the best from LinkedIn, Office 365, and Dynamics to help you to get the most out of your connection, to help you to build that relationship as well as to nurture those relationships. And it starts with LinkedIn with a product called Sales Navigator. How many of you are familiar with Sales Navigator? Good number of you. And as you know that with Sales Navigator, you can use it to find potential customer, prospect, and then use the tool to identify your networks who can help you to make the connection with that customers. Now, with that, let me turn into Caleb to give you the first demo of Microsoft Relationship Sales.
All righty, thank you, Welly. So we're going to start off here with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and for those of you who are familiar with the tool, this will look very familiar. But for those of you who have never seen this before, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is essentially a sort of a search interface for like all of LinkedIn, and it's this incredible prospecting tool that you can use to find leads. So back in his consulting days, Welly would have killed for a tool like this. So let's take a look at how we can use this. Let's search for some leads. So the first thing you'll notice as I open this up is you're presented with this dialog box with all these different filters: geography, school, industry, and all of these are sort of interactive criterion that you can use to figure out just the right lead that you're looking for. So let me give you an example. Let's say I'm searching for someone who's near my own location, and I'm from Seattle, so I'll say Seattle greater area. And when I do that, this sort of result pops up in the top right corner that says, all right, if you're looking for folks in the Seattle area, there's 1.8 million people on LinkedIn that you can refer to. Now, 1.8 million leads is a little too many for us to sort of comb through and prospect. But if we keep adding a couple more filters, we'll soon get down to like a result that's a bit more useful. So let's say I'm looking for someone who's relatively close to me. They're a first or second degree connection on LinkedIn. Maybe I'm searching for someone who has quite a bit of experience, so more than 10 years that they're at an organization. And let's say we're also looking for someone who works for a very, very large enterprise, so a company with a headcount of more than 10,000. So we've already whittled our sort of results down to something much smaller than we started with, but that's still quite a bit. So let's narrow it down to something very targeted and specific. We can search using LinkedIn groups. So I'm sure some of you in the audience are a member of a variety of groups in LinkedIn, and those typically denote like a variety of interests. So if you're part of a certain group, that probably means you're interested in that specific aspect. So let's search for folks who are interested in Microsoft relationship sales. And now we've got something that's a bit more manageable. We've got 5 results. Let's see what comes up. Okay, these all look like they're great folks to sort of reach out to and take advantage. Let's quickly, before we go deeper into this list, though, take a look at some of the features that are offered when you're using this interface. So we just dynamically created a query, but one of the nice things about LinkedIn Sales Navigator is you can use it as a tool for passively prospecting. For instance, I've got this search that's sort of saved here called New CTOs that gives me sort of weekly updates. And the way I've structured this is it's looking at folks in the United States who are sort of in the software industry, who work at mid-sized companies, who have CTO as their title, and they've worked at the company for less than a year. And the reason I sort of like this query as an example is because it shows how you can find a very sort of, you can target your queries very specifically. So if someone is a CTO and they've just joined a company, so they've worked there for less than a year, then they're probably a great person to reach out to. They have, sort of like this decision-making power, and they're likely interested in making a tech purchase. Now, I don't have to go in every single day to LinkedIn Sales Navigator and search this query. I can get passive updates and as this query changes. And with Dynamics integrated, what we can do is we can even make it so that we don't show any of the contacts who are already in our CRM system to avoid any sort of duplication. Because if they're in our CRM system, they're already sort of captured as a lead. Now with that done, let's go back to our original query for folks who are interested in relationship sales. So these all look like great people to reach out to. But just for the purposes of this demo, you see that Welly sort of shows up here. And I want to show off some of the live functionality that's offered with LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Dynamics. So we're going to pick on him for a bit. Now let's say we wanted to reach out and connect with Welly. So if you take a look here, you'll get the standard set of information that LinkedIn provides, their headline, where they currently work, where they've worked before, all of that sort of educational stuff. But we also have a variety of introduction paths. And we can use this to figure out what's the best way to get in touch with Welly and how can we use our professional network to get in touch with him. So the standard way we could do this is just sort of I could use my personal network. All these folks are people that I know and I'm familiar with, so I could probably reach out to Miriam here since we both seem to know Miriam. But another way we can reach out to Welly is through something known as Team Link. So this is a feature that's offered with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and it allows you to leverage the connections of your peers within your organization. So I work at Microsoft, and these two folks, I don't necessarily have to be connected with them directly, But if I work in the same organization of them, then they'll sort of appear through this team link connection. So if I'm only going through these introduction paths and going through these regular results, my connection pool is limited to about 18,000 leads total. But I work at Microsoft, which is this large organization with tens of other thousands of people, and I can leverage their connection pools as well. And that means the number of folks that I can reach out to jumps up to around 2 million. So TeamLink for large organizations essentially expands your network and gives you another easy way to sort of reach out to an individual. But we'll probably reach out to Miriam because that's the easiest way in this case. So let's send a message to Welly. Let's say we had a chat with Miriam, we had a nice conversation, and we'll sort of Welly's name came up, and we're gonna reach out to him through a mail here, a LinkedIn in mail. So what I'm gonna do is I've already sort of got a message queued up here, just talking about how I met with Miriam and Miriam's interested, or Miriam sort of recommended Welly, and I don't have Welly's email necessarily, so I'm just gonna reach out to him through InMail, and hopefully he'll get back to me in my inbox. I'm gonna make sure this is synced up with my CRM system and send this off. All right, and it looks like the message was successfully sent. Now let's take a look at my inbox. And hey, speak of the devil, it looks like Welly got back to us real quickly here. So it looks like he's interested and wants to, he's happy that we reached out. He talked to Miriam and she spoke highly. Why don't we make sure that this message gets captured in our CRM system? So we can take advantage of this Outlook integration. We'll open up Dynamics right from within the Outlook web client. And we'll make sure that this is set for our contact Welly within the CRM system. So we'll just do that real quickly. And just like that, this message is now sort of set with Welly within the context of CRM. So with that done, let's move to Dynamics actually. So here are my active contacts that I have within CRM. And Welly here is sort of listed at the bottom. So let's take a look at him. And wait for this to load. And what you can see is to the left here, we have sort of this activity timeline that's capturing the information about our exchanges with Welly. So that message that we just sent to Welly is getting captured and it's now synced within CRM. If we scroll down a little bit further, even the in-mail message that we sent to him is also getting captured. So this timeline facility is really great because it allows you to pretty frictionlessly capture information and information exchanges across different systems. So whether it's LinkedIn or whether it's Exchange, it's all getting written back and stored in CRM so that this information is available and easily accessible to the rest of your organization. Now, if we take a look next to the timeline, we have contact information about Welly. And this is showing the Sales Navigator widget integration that we have here. So this is sort of the same information we find in Sales Navigator. It's his live LinkedIn information. And the Sales Navigator widget gives us a lot of tools and facilities that are available to us within Sales Navigator, but all from the context directly here in CRM. So if we wanted to, we could take a look at different ways to get introduced. We could find related leads. We could even send him an in-mail or connect with him. And you can also see that we have these icebreakers. Now, one of the nice things about this widget here is that we have the ability to configure it and display whatever bits and parts of it that we want. So I have the full sort of full widget right here in the middle, but to the right, I have these icebreakers, which have been sort of broken out. So if you don't want to, if you only want to show the profile or you only want to show the icebreakers or any sort of combination, you have the ability to do that. And you can configure this so that it works with any given entity. Right now, this is using the contact entity, but if you have a custom entity, what's nice is you can bind this information so it shows up just where you want. Okay, so in that message that Welly sent to me, it sounded like he wanted some product information. Now, so far I've been working independently, but when it comes to selling, it's not like an independent effort. It's a team thing. You're always collaborating with someone to make sure that the job gets done. And the tool that I use, or my team uses to primarily for collaborating and getting stuff done, is Microsoft Teams. So let's quickly switch to Teams. And right now, I've got a team here sort of set for Microsoft, and I'm actually taking advantage of the Dynamics integration with Teams. So I've got Welly here, pinned as a tab, and what's convenient is I'll get the same information that was shown in Dynamics, but accessible from this Teams tab. So if I have other team members that I work and collaborate with, but they don't spend their time primarily in Dynamics, what's nice is they don't have to log into Dynamics or go through there. They can primarily spend their time in Teams. And when they spend their time in Teams, that acts as a good way to sort of collaborate. So it looks like we've got all the same information here. Now, I know that my coworker Aldo has been working on something, and maybe he'll be able to help me with my upcoming meeting with Welly. So let's ask them. Hey Aldo, is there anything you can share with me? Okay, and hopefully Aldo will get back to us. Oh, looks like they did. Let's take a look. So they've attached the product information document. Let's take a look at what this is. Microsoft Relationship Sales Insights. Okay, perfect. So this is something that I want to share with Welly, some product information. Now, there's a variety of ways that I could share this information with him. And I'm going to take advantage of another tool that's offered as a part of LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and that's known as Point Drive. So Point Drive is this really cool tool that sort of allows you to build a narrative around the information that you share with folks. So Point Drive, instead of sending sort of like a typical document with a bunch of videos or video links or documents attached, you're able to sort of build a story, like a short sort of like message with a variety of different media types. So I've got here sort of this is about how you can empower your sellers with social selling. I've got some content here from LinkedIn about social selling, and then another one about Dynamics 365 for sales. And let's quickly add some content. We'll just upload the file that was just shared with us via Aldo. And this is conveniently right here because everything is sort of synced with Microsoft Teams. So that will upload. And what's nice about this is, in addition to sort of presenting the product information to Welly in a different, more narrative form, we also have the ability to sort of get rich insights about how he consumes the content. And this is like a public presentation that anyone can go to. So if you want to, and I like encourage it,
go ahead.
Go to aka.ms/whatismrs to look at that actual presentation. You'll have to like log in via LinkedIn. It's really simple. And then that'll capture some of the telemetry information for when you go view the presentation. So we'll take care of that. All right. So now we've got this, and all we have to do to share this with Welly is copy this link. So now let's go back to Dynamics and follow up with that email. So we can go to the actual record with this email and get it all queued up. So we're just going to reply from within Dynamics because there's a couple of nifty tools you can use when you're taking care of your messages from within this. So I've got a message already queued up for Welly, just saying that, hey, glad that he got back to me. Check out this Point Drive. I really hope that you're interested. And then I also have the ability to sort of set a reminder for this mail. So, Welly's not the only lead that I'm dealing with. There's a variety of information that's like I'm constantly bombarded with. If I wanted to, I can make it so that if I don't receive a reply from Welly within like a couple of days, I can set this to whatever I want. Then I can make sure I get a reminder from Dynamics to follow up with them. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and let's send the mail. Okay. Now, hopefully he went and he viewed that point drive. Let's go and take a look at the analytics for this. So we'll just go within this, check out the stats, and then see the viewers here. So we got, okay, looks like we got a variety of viewers. So Welly definitely took a look at it. And it looks like someone, at least one person in the audience has also gone and opened this
Who's
up.
Brian?
Ah, nice. So we get some pretty nice information where you can see, how he accessed this, whether it was mobile or it was his computer, which browser, and like the location that he's opening this from. In addition to that, we get some really nice information about the assets that are consumed. So I can see, okay, what precise information is being consumed. I can tell that some folks are taking advantage of watching the videos rather than consuming the data sheet that was just uploaded. I can see the time that it's been viewed for, and I can break this down for every individual person. So before I meet with Welly, what's nice about this is I can review the point drive, and I can see what content is it that he's consumed, and that'll help me have a nice informed conversation with him. If he already watched the Microsoft or the Dynamics 365 video and the LinkedIn video, I don't have to sort of remind him about that content. I can just quickly go over it, and then I can make sure I cover the features in the data sheet that he may not have viewed. All right, so let's go back to Dynamics real quick. And what's nice, too, is that we'll even get information about these point drive presentations when someone opens it up in the activity timeline. So whenever Welly or someone else when Welly opens this up, this all gets synced and written back to Dynamics, and we didn't even have to do anything. So it's all getting frictionlessly captured within this timeline interface. And what's nice about this timeline is that it's capturing these activities, and over time it'll help help you act as a tool for evaluating relationships with your contacts. Now, for Welly, we've just sort of started our conversation, and we haven't known each other for that long. But let's take a look at another example contact, Juliak. So Juliak, we've been working with her for much longer, and we have some more insights about her. So we'll take a look at this, and what we'll get here is our relationship activities over time. So, the emails that were sent, the LinkedIn messages, the point drives, the phone calls, all of that is getting written back and stored in Dynamics. And what you get is this insight about how we're sort of communicating with Julie. And this isn't just how I'm communicating with Julie, it's how my entire organization is interacting with her. So what's nice is I can take advantage of this tool sort of known as the relationship assistant, and I just got some information about Welly, but I'll get notifications over time when I'm not interacting with someone. So it looks like I haven't sort of interacted with Julie since yesterday. I'm not too concerned about that. She can probably go like a day without a message, but if this had been sort of a week, I'd have the ability to sort of take action and make sure I stay engaged with Julie so she feels like we have a nice trusting relationship. So Dynamics Connect is this really useful tool by aggregating information across these different systems, whether it's your LinkedIn, your professional network on LinkedIn, whether it's Exchange, and sort of condense it into something that allows you to maintain these really rich, useful relationships. Now, let me hand it back over to Welly.
So with Microsoft Relationship Sales, you can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to create new relationship, finding a new prospect, finding who's your network and connect to those customers. And then with the Office 365, you can continue to build the relationship with the customer using the tool that you are already using, Outlook emails. With a deep integration between Dynamics and Outlook 365, it will also enable you to collaborate with your teams as you are building your relationship with the customers, finding the right content and sharing that content to the customers. And the activities, your engagement activities, both from LinkedIn, from Office, fed into Dynamics so that you can get the engagement history with the customers from which we deliver more insights about the customers, including a reminder when there is no activity with the customers after a while. Because your relationship with the customers does not end when the customer made the purchase. I shared with you earlier how I get my first customers. It's based on my previous relationship with other customers. Your relationship continues, and you need to continue to nurture them because that relationship might lead you to a better and even more important opportunity in the future. We released Microsoft Relationship Sales for about a year, and the response has been great. Nucleus Research, a company that specializes in estimating the return on investment on the technology solution, estimated that organizations with Dynamic for Sales and LinkedIn can expect 12 to 15% increase in the productivities. Furthermore, Infosys, one of the global service providers, one of our customers, they also share with us that they have a 30% higher win rates and shorten their sales cycle by 3 months. But we're just scratching the surface, because with the information that we collected, there are more that we can do in terms of getting more insight about the customer, because that is the key. And we're going to continue this investment, continue to look for ways we can help you to get more insight about your customers. And one of the new features that we are currently building is a features we call Live Org Chart. Now, we all probably know and use Org Chart. It's a very common tool. At Microsoft, we have this internal tool that we call Dr. Whom. It's a very simple tool that you can enter your colleague's name, and it will give you the org chart of that colleague. So this is useful, for example, when you get an email from a colleague you never heard of, and then you want to learn more about that colleague before you respond to the email. Now, this org chart is not only useful for you to learn more about your colleague, it's also an incredibly useful tool for you to learn about your customer, external customers. Back in my consulting days, whenever we meet with the new customers, typically we ask if they can share their org chart, because this is a useful tool for us to understand how the customer organizes their business, who are the key people, and how are they related with one another. But the challenge with the external org chart is that they're very hard to maintain. It's a snapshot, a point in time. Because unlike internal org chart tool like Dr. Whom that you can build and then connect to your Active Directory, and every time someone is added or changed in Active Directory is automatically reflected, you do not have access to the customer's Active Directory. So when there is any change, you do not know. So your org chart can become obsolete very soon. About 2 years ago, not long after Microsoft acquired LinkedIn, I was in a customer visit in New York. And I was talking with the sales director, and I asked him what he thought about the LinkedIn acquisition and what he hoped to get out of that. And he, without hesitation, he told me that, I wish that now Microsoft can better help me to maintain my customer database. Because he said it's easy to add contact to the CRM, to the customer database, but it's another thing to maintain them, to keep them up to date. So what we're trying to do with the Live Org Chart is to make it easy for you to be able to create your external customer organization structure and then use LinkedIn to help you to maintain it. Now, without further ado, this is the world premiere of the demo of the Live Org Chart.
Thank you, Welly. So this is sort of a typical account that you'll see within Dynamics. This is Park Place Technologies, and this is actually a real customer.
Is that? Oh, no, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this is a real customer of Microsoft. And when you're taking a look at the account from this typical form, it gives you some nice aggregate information about the account. But in terms of like the people and the context, it doesn't tell you too much. where we sort of have this generic contact list, but it'd be nice if we had a bit more. And with the live org charts, that's what we're starting to do. So we'll just sort of click on this to open the live org chart up for this given account. And now we have the same contact information that was presented before, but instead of a list, we have the rich information about the hierarchy and the reporting structure. So let's take a look at the person on top here, Jennifer Deutsch. So it looks like she's the Chief Marketing Officer. She's got a couple of staff members under her. And we're even able to sort of look up her LinkedIn profile from within this interface. So this is the Sales Navigator integration. Looks like, yeah, she works at Park Place, and she's at Cleveland. She used to be the SVP of Marketing at Energy Focus, and we could even like learn more about her within Sales Navigator if we were interested. So let's head it up there real quick. Now, the live org chart is presenting all of these contacts, and they're actually captured within our CRM system. So let's take a look at Matthew St. John here. Now I've got him opened up, so he's the strategic account director, his manager's bill page, his couple staff members under him. The same information is sort of present here on the typical contact form. Now, if I ever wanted to sort of update where Matthew worked in the organization, traditionally what I would have to do is I'd have to go and update the parent contact. This is a bit difficult. I know that he works for Bill Page, but I don't necessarily remember, okay, who's the person that he needs to, who does he need to move up through in the organization? It's not a very good interface for sort of doing these updates. And if I want to make a lot of updates, I have to go in through each contact one by one and make those edits. With the live org chart, let's say that I know that I recently heard that Matthew got promoted and he got reorged, and now all of his folks are directly under Jennifer. If I want to do that, I just click on Matthew, drag him under Jennifer, and ta-da. A lot easier than trying to find like the other person or update the account structure within the using traditional forms. So yeah, I'm pretty thrilled to be able to use this kind of functionality. It's very easy to just sort of move people around and do with what you will. So let's actually move Matthew back because he hasn't actually been promoted yet. Now, if you notice that there's like there's one person on this org chart who has a little notification next to her, Gopika, product manager. Let's take a look at this. So it looks like there's a notification. So let's open this up real quick. Whoop. And we're getting a notification from LinkedIn that this person is no longer within the organization. So let's investigate this a bit more. We can head to the Sales Navigator profile for this person. And Gopika, it looks like she used to work at Park Place Technologies, but she isn't there anymore. Now it looks like she's a PM at Microsoft. Now, ordinarily, we would never get this kind of information. We're not going to get the update from LinkedIn that the person changes their organization or they got promoted. And Gopika would sort of stay in our CRM contact system forever, associated with this account, and who knows what would happen. But since we have this information, we're getting these updates from LinkedIn, we can take advantage of that by like quickly removing her from the org chart. So all we had to do was sort of click a button, and now she's gone. So this didn't remove Gopika from as a CRM contact in our system. She's still in our CRM system, but now we have an accurate accounting of the relationship that she has and how she's associated with different accounts. And all of this is getting updated within CRM. So now this is what the actual org chart looks like. And instead of getting outdated as people move within the organization and as updates happen, we're able to account for that. Now, a nice feature about this org chart is, sometimes when you're working with organizations, they can be quite large. And you aren't necessarily interested in the entire account. You're only interested in a small subset. And that's easy for us to represent here. So we have the ability to expand and collapse these nodes and only show the portions of the org chart that we're interested in for our own purposes. So we can sort of collapse all these folks if we wanted to, and we can collapse them sort of either at the peer level, and we can even get rid of the folks sort of above. Now, let's say we were interested in just showing this subset of the org chart, Bill Page, who's under global marketing, and everyone under him. if we want to share this information with our colleagues who maybe don't necessarily have access to Dynamics or want to easily access this particular snapshot, we can take advantages by exporting the org chart. And just like that, we're able to get a crisp PDF that we can then share with our colleagues. So now we can take that file that was just generated, add it in an email, share it with whoever we want, and we can do this as many times as we want with whatever portion of the org chart we wish to. So hopefully you guys can see how this is a really useful tool for making sure that org charts stay up to date and you have an accurate accounting of the information relationships. So you're able to traverse those, navigate them. And I'll let Welly talk about what our future plans are for the org chart and how we plan to expand upon this.
What do you think? Do you like a live org chart? Thank you. So with the live org chart, it enables you to easily create your customer organization structure and then have a built-in integration with LinkedIn so that you can easily access the customer profile as well as give you a notification when the contacts change job. Now, but we could do more, and we will do more. Because this org chart, this organization structure, is a good way for us to deliver insight about the customers. The fact that this Alice is reporting to Ginny is a valuable information already. Now earlier, Caleb showed you these features in Dynamic called Relationship Analytics, where we give you the engagement history with the given contact. We can calculate the relationship strength between you and the customers. So what if we can bring all of this information together? Now you all probably use Maps application like Google Maps or Bing Maps, and you probably know that you can switch view between the street view and the satellite view. So we're going to add more views into this org chart so that you can switch view between the standard org chart and then you can switch view to relationship heat map view, where the color code will indicate the strength of your relationship with the contact in the customers. The green show that you have a strong relationship and the red is not so strong relationship. Now this is calculated based on your actual interaction with the customers, based on emails, based on online meetings. And this is not just between you and the contact. This is actually between anyone in your organization with that customers. Now, how that can be useful, for example, let's say that you are new to the account. Right? You just joined this company or you just assigned to this account, and then you need to maybe get in touch with Lena, the one on the bottom over there, the green one. And you want to learn more about Lena, and you see that there is a green indicator, means that there are people in your organization who have previously with Lena. You can click on Lena's name, and it will give you the list of your colleague who has previously worked with Lena, also with their relationship strength. So you can get in touch with your colleague, learn more about Lena before you talk to Lena. This will help you to better prepare your interaction with Lena. So that is something that we are planning to improve the org chart. The live org chart will be coming up around October, November. The relationship insight, this integration will come early next year. With Microsoft Relationship Sales, we bring together LinkedIn Office as well as Dynamics with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It helps you to find prospect and then discover who in your network can help you make connection to the prospect. And then use Office 365, again, the tool that you're already using to engage with the customer, as well as using the deep integration with Dynamics to help you to collaborate with your colleagues, to help you to build that relationship further. If you need to share content with the customers, then you can use Point Drive and then get analytics in terms of how the customer engaged with your content. All those engagement activities are fed into Dynamics from LinkedIn, from Office, as well as the Point Drive, so that you can get your engagement history with the customers, in which we can build more insights about the customers and deliver the insight in different service area, including the live org chart. So Microsoft Relationship Sales, that include the LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and LinkedIn Sales Navigator also is available as a standalone product. You can use it along with other CRM system. But with Microsoft Relationship Sales, we offer them as a package so that you can have substantial cost saving. If you purchase it separately, a standalone product, you probably cost almost double if compared to you just purchase it through Microsoft Relationship Sales. And Microsoft Relationship Sales is also available as a trial, so I encourage you, invite you to give it a try. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any ideas how we can improve this further. And more importantly, share us your success story, how Microsoft Relationship Sales can help you to build a better relationship with your customers. So with that, the last thing is evaluation session. For those of you who came to my session last Wednesday, you know about the competition that we have among other fellow presenters about who can get the better score. So please fill out this evaluation. Appreciate it if you like your the presentation this morning. Give us the rating, and with that, I open up with the questions. Yes, sir. If you don't mind, can you talk to?
What about all the existing customers using Dynamics 365 for sales? Can they just add LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get this functionality, or do they have to buy relationship sales?
They can, with the customer with the existing Sales Navigator with Dynamics, they can get this integration without needing to do anything. Right now, the integration requires you to have a separate solution. We are looking into ways so that we can have those integration to be built in as part of Dynamics. You look puzzled.
Yeah, I didn't understand the last part.
The last part you don't understand. Okay. So if your customers have Dynamics for sales, if they purchase LinkedIn Sales Navigators, great, fantastic. All the integration pieces, all the data that flow in between Dynamics and Sales Navigators today, it requires you to go to the app source and install the integration pieces. It's free. The app source solution is free, but you need to install it separately. We're looking into ways so that it can be built in as part of the product that's coming next year. Okay, any other questions? Yes, sir, please.
We are using the Sales Navigator currently.
Yep.
It's on the on-premise with the Dynamics 365. So with this new release with the LinkedIn Navigator, will these new features will come to the on-prem also?
I have to get back to you on that in terms of what is supported on the on-prem. We are going to release the update to the on-prem this October. I don't remember on top of my head in terms of which piece going to be included as part of the on-prem for this October, but come to me after the session.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
What kind of insights are you using for doing the predictions in the live or the relationship org chart? Is it only exchange data, or is it entities in CRM, or is it combined with LinkedIn information, and can we also use custom entities to make those predictions?
Okay, very good question. So the relationship score is based on relationship analytics. So all the data that included as part of relationship analytics, and that goes exchange as well as Dynamics activities, will be part of that calculation into relationship score.
In the org chart, you got the message that somebody left the company.
Yep.
Can you do that also in Dynamics after you have the org chart, etc., so that you don't have to open the org chart necessarily to get the message?
Good question. So that notification when people change job, org chart is just one of the surface area. Make it convenient so that if you have several people in the account, maybe there's a lot of people left the company, will all reflect it, but we'll also surface it as part of that relationship assistant card. So it will also show up so that you can get notification so that you don't have to first open the account.
Okay. And can you use it to like autofill the hierarchy you already might have in your contacts, because contacts already have hierarchy possibilities, so that it just autofills the whole structure for you?
Yeah. So the live org chart is actually based on that hierarchy. So if you change that hierarchy, I think Caleb showed you that you can go to the parent contact and update it, the org chart will be reflected. So this is integrated with that hierarchy.
Okay, thank you.
And same thing, if you make an update to the org chart, you change the parenting, it will be reflected back to Dynamics.
Okay, so it doesn't autofill itself, the org chart
Uh,
LinkedIn?
It
Not from
doesn't.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, it doesn't. LinkedIn doesn't have that information, but I think we are looking into ways in terms of how do we make it easier for you to, especially in the beginning, to get started. But right now, it's based on that hierarchy in Dynamics.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions? All right.
Yeah.
No, thank you again for coming. We really appreciate waking up early in the morning after a late party last night. So thanks again for coming through session. Thanks again for coming this week to Ignite. I hope you have a safe and good journey back home.
Thank you all.